What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. A very nice day. We've had some weird weather this week. Not weird, but unseasonable, I guess you can say, for Cambodia. Hasn't been too sunny, too bright. We've had some rain, but best of all, we've had a lot of nice breeze, which means you can shut off the fans for a while, open your windows, open your doors, get a nice cross wind coming in, and that's enough to cool you off. It's not going to last, but I am going to enjoy it while I can. That's for sure. Also wanted to announce right here today my new final cover for my new book, The Things That Happen at Night, Short Horror Stories. And here it is. You should see it on the screen right now. That's going to be the final cover. And that book should be getting out to all my supporters. You'll be able to get it absolutely free, of course, by the end of the month. And it will be up for sale for everyone else by the end of the month. So I'm looking forward to finishing that and getting it done. Then I can move on to my video course to go along with my book, Live in Cambodia, A Guide for Living in the Kingdom of Wonder. I'm making a video course with it. And of course, if you're interested in that, I'll give you all the details as soon as it's ready to go. But in the meantime, to celebrate the release of my new book this month, I'm offering everybody that watches this video a chance to get any of my other books, which are all the links for my books are all down below. And you can get them for 50% off if you use the code that's in the description of this video. That's right, 50% off, all for the rest of the month of May. And as always, if you're a supporter of mine, you've already received them, so you already have a copy. And if you want to become a supporter of mine and receive copies of my books, weekly exclusive supporter-only content that only you will see, and other stuff throughout the week, just donate to any of the links below. I have PayPal, I have Ko-Fi.com, or you can join my Patreon. If you do those things, you will be put on the list and you will receive all the stuff I just talked about to show my appreciation. So thank you to all my supporters. Thank you to all my future supporters. And our goal this month is $350 in donations, so I know we can make that happen. Check out the links down below. Now let's get on with the video. All right, so I know we've had a lot of in the last few months since the pandemic has slowly been closing here in Cambodia, all the restrictions and everything. There's been a lot of information coming out. There's been a lot of new stuff happening, and I get it out to you guys as fast as I can. But you know, not everybody watches all my videos, and that's fine. And so they might miss little, they might miss some videos that have little pieces of information about new rules and things like that. So I thought I'd make this video and just give you all the highlights. Not every single rule change, because some of them aren't going to apply to most of you anyway. But in Cambodia, this is what has been happening for the last 6 months or so. First of all, I still get people asking me about the E-type visa. Yes, you can get it now on arrival. There's no talk of it ending again. It only ended because of the pandemic. It had been going on for years and years and years and years and years and years before that happened. And once it's back, it's back. So yes, you can get a visa, an E-type visa on arrival, or even a tourist visa on arrival if you prefer to do that. You can get a visa in advance, but only a tourist visa unless you're a Taiwanese passport holder, in which case you can apply for your E-type visa in advance. Anybody else in the world, you have to wait to get it on arrival. Okay? But if you're just here on a tourist visa, you can certainly get that in advance at the website, which again is listed below in my in the description of this video. But for the E-type visa, long-term stay, the one that starts you out on that long-term stay, you'll have to get it from upon arrival, unless you hold a Taiwanese passport. Unvaccinated people, yes, you only have to spend a week in quarantine now, and if you pre-book and prepay for a hotel stay for that week, you don't have to pay a deposit any longer. It was started out at $3,000, and then it went down to $2,000 to cover the cost of a quarantine hotel and your meals. But now that's no longer needed if you pre-book and prepay for a room in whatever city you'll be staying in for your week if you're unvaccinated. So yeah, as far as the deposit goes, get a room in advance. You don't even have to worry about it. But if you don't have one, then yes, the deposit will still apply, and they will put you up in an expensive government-mandated quarantine hotel for that week. You do still need a negative PCR test within 72 hours upon arrival in Cambodia, whether you're vaccinated or not. Hello. But if you're unvaccinated, you'll immediately go to your hotel when you get here. You'll stay quarantined for a week, and then at the end of the week they will test you. They will give you a rapid test. If you pass that, you're good to go. No other restrictions or complications. As far as entry goes, there are still some places that require people to show proof of vaccination, businesses and things, before entering. So you might run into those from time to time. Nothing I can do about that. Just the way it is. That's all I can say. But as far as getting into the country, it's okay. Angkor Wat is back with their yearly temple passes, by the way. They are discounted as opposed if you went individually every time. Normally a one-day entrance pass is $35. But for a year, I think they're only something like $200 or something, I think. I forget exactly. But if you love temples and you want to go whenever you want to go without a certain date restriction on there, then you can get the temple pass, the yearly temple pass that gives you access for one whole year, anytime you want, anytime it's open, for one low price. And finally, borders have opened up again at Phoi Phet on the Thailand side. People to travel back and forth there via land border, which is less expensive than flying. Flying is very expensive now, even if it's only an hour flight from like Siem Reap to Bangkok. So yeah, you can take a bus, you can take a minivan, you can take a private car. I mean, technically you can walk there if you want. It's up to you. Take your own motorbike, whatever. But if you make it to the border, you can now cross into Thailand and come back at that same border back into Cambodia. So I hope that answers some of the questions I've been getting about different things that have happened over the last few months, all the rule changes that are taking effect and different things the government's doing. They're coming real close here to COVID-0, which is very encouraging. The last article I checked, they only had 50 active cases of COVID in the entire country of Cambodia. And they're looking to be the first country in this region to achieve a zero COVID status. And no matter how you actually feel about the government, you do have to admit they've done a really good job in their vaccination initiatives, making sure people got both of their initial vaccinations and then all the booster jabs. They've really been good at pushing that initiative and letting people know about it and how it's going, giving out information about where they can get the jabs, how to get their vaccine cards, and of course all the information from the Ministry of Health that told people why they should, what exactly COVID was, what it wasn't. Because there was a lot of rumors when it first started from everywhere, from everybody, from every country. Nobody quite knew what they were dealing with. But kudos to Cambodia for following the science and letting people know what was going on when that information became available. And they're really close to achieving their COVID-0 status, which will be awesome. I think we can do it here. And in case you didn't know, Mr. Hun Sen, the Prime Minister here, he is going to be visiting the United States. Him and Joe Biden are going to have a little meeting, have a little talky talk, and hopefully they can repair some of the damage that's been done between the two countries because of this whole deal with the naval shipyard and the United States saying it was they're letting the Chinese use it for exercises, even though the United States paid for it, and Cambodia said no, nobody's using it for anything, we're tearing it down, dismantling it. So I don't know, but hopefully they can get all that sorted out. They seem pretty reasonable. You don't see a lot of Americans there. I've said this before, I know, but you really don't. There's not a whole lot of Americans that come here. I don't know why that is. It just is. It's one of those things that I can't quite explain myself. A lot of Australians, a lot of Brits, New Zealand, India. I see a lot of people from India here. South Korea, China, of course. Not a whole lot of Americans. So hopefully, with all these new initiatives in place and the ecotourism and how they're restoring all the ancient temples they find and getting them all to look as nice as they can without disturbing the historical significance of those things with the asperas and stuff. Hopefully word gets around that Cambodia is a great place to visit. Come to Siem Reap, enjoy the temples, enjoy the food, take a walk by the river, watch a pack of wild stray dogs, eat a dead homeless guy. Just kidding. There are a lot of stray dogs. But you know, it's kind of an all-in-one destination, and hopefully more Americans will find out about it. I think when they think about this part of the world, they think Thailand. It's like everybody knows about Thailand. Cambodia is small and kind of gets lost in that East Asian shuffle. But let's hope that can be rectified. All right, that'll do it for this one. Thank you everybody for watching. Don't forget to give it a like, subscribe if you have not, and as I said, check out all my links down below. Donate through PayPal, Ko-Fi.com, or join my Patreon and you get my weekly videos. You'll get copies of my books. You get my video course once it becomes available later this year, and everything else, just as my way of saying thank you. There are other channels vlogging from this part of the world. They are all listed down below also. Check all those channels out. See what you like. Subscribe and like to them as well. Good information. All my social media is down below. My other YouTube channel is down below if you're into the sort of thing I do there. Give it a looky look. Check it out if you like it. Subscribe to that as well. And I will talk to you guys in the next one.